Hello, everybody. I know I'm like kind of embarrassed, but it's okay. So I am back. Did y'all miss me? Listen, I just needed some time to just get away, take a break, and just relax and just get myself together. Okay? But I'm back. It is a brand new year, a fresh start, and I'm so very excited for what's going to transpire this year. I am just so excited about what God is going to do with me and my YouTube channel, my businesses, my family. So I'm just truly in a blessed place, a wonderful place right now. And so I'm back. So what we're going to be doing today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to crochet this easy, simple coaster, okay? Like for your drinks or for your tea, your coffee, anything of that sort. This is what you will be learning how to crochet today. And you can make these in sets. You can put these on your Etsy sites. You can go to like flea markets and sell these type of things. I heard that they really sell really good, okay? So let's get started. What we are going to need first, I'm going to be using a 5mm crochet hook. Of course, you need your worsted weight. I never can say that word right. Worsted weight yarn. If I said it right, y'all comment in the comment section and let me know if I said it right. Or normally I'll just say acrylic yarn. And of course, you guys know what you can get your yarn from: Michael's, Joann's, Walmart, any place that sells yarn, or even Hobby Lobby. All right, so you have that, and you're going to need, I'm just making a whole lot of noise. You're going to need a pair of scissors. It doesn't matter the size of the scissors. And you're also going to need, now I know darn well I should have got this stuff together before time, but you're going to need a darning needle, or for a better word, a yarn needle. But unfortunately, mine's is, okay, I found it, because I was about to say, so I have my darning needle, okay? Yarn needle, you can also get that from Joann's, maybe Michael's, but I got mine from Joann's, okay? And so is that all you're gonna need? I believe that's all you're gonna need for right now, okay? So let's get started. So first, I'm going to teach you how to make a magic ring. You have to make it. So what you're going to do first is, now this may be a little hard for some, so you might just have to pause the video and do it like step by step. Take your time, rewind it, do whatever you have to do, because I know this is probably really hard for some people. Because it was hard for me when I first had to learn how to make a magic circle or a magic ring. I was like, what? So what you're going to do first is you're going to, let me take this ring off because it's going to be in my way. Okay, I'm going to try to make this as easy as possible, y'all, okay? And don't mind my little Christmas lights up there. I still got them on, and I ain't taking them down just yet, all right? So anyway, so you're going to take your yarn and you're going to wrap it around your hand like this, to whereas you want to make like an X, okay? You want it to look like that. Okay, it don't have to be perfect, just, you know, once you get a hang of it, you're gonna be like, you're just gonna whip it up, like, okay? So you follow my hands, you take your crochet hook and you put it up under the first row, like the first string of yarn, right? And then you're going to take your hook and you're going to pull this string through like this. You take your hook and you pull it, okay? Now you're going to turn it just like that, right? You're going to turn it, and then you're going to slide these two strings off your hand like that. Slide it off, and this is your ring, okay? Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your working yarn. Don't worry about this little excess string right here, okay? You take your working yarn, and then you yarn over and you pull through. All right. And that's how you do a magic circle. So y'all might have to practice that. I'll do it one more time for you guys. So you just wrap your yarn around your hand like that. You make the X. Okay. You take your crochet hook, you put it under the first line. You pull the second line through. You turn like that. Now you pull it off. Do not worry about this string. You take your working yarn that you're going to be doing it with and you yarn over, pull through, and that's your magic circle or your magic ring. Okay, do not worry about this string right here, because this string you're going to use to pull your magic circle to make it tight. Right, so we're going to make 12 double crochets inside this magic ring. Okay, so you're going to yarn over, you're going to put it through the magic ring, you're going to yarn over again, pull through. You should have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over again. This is what we call DC in crochet terms, which means double crochet. Okay, so anytime you see DC, that means double crochet. So you're going to take this here and you're going to pull it through only 2. Okay, so 1, 2, the second loop. You should have 2 left. You're going to yarn over again, pull through. All right, so that's your first double crochet. Now you're going to do your second double crochet. So you're going to yarn over, you're going to put it through your magic circle. You're going to yarn over again, pull through. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through only 2. 1, 2. You have 2 left. Yarn over again, pull through the last 2. That's your second double crochet. You're going to do it again. Yarn over, put it through the magic circle, yarn over again, pull that through. You should have 3 here. Yarn over again, pull through 2. Yarn over again, pull through 2. That's your third double crochet. Okay, now you're doing your fourth one. Yarn over, put it through your magic circle, yarn over again, pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through only 2. You should have 2 left. Yarn over, pull through 2. And that's your fourth one. And I'm going to continue on working, doing the rest of them while you guys finish doing the rest of yours. All right, so that's 4. So I'm going to move a little bit quicker. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and this last one I'll do it slow for you guys. Yarn over, put it through your magic circle, yarn over again, pull through that yarn. You should have 3 on your loop, on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, 1, 2. You should have 2 left. Yarn over again, pull through the last 2. And that will complete your 12 double crochets, okay? And this is what they look like. All right, so now what you're going to do now is this shorter string I was telling you guys don't really worry about. You're going to take that string and you're going to pull it tight to where you close your magic circle. You're going to close this, okay? So we're going to pull it just like that. Uh-oh. Let's see, let me take this out. Sometimes this gives me a problem. I don't know why it's not. Yeah, so you're just gonna pull it closed, like that. Try not to pull it too tight because you don't want to pop it. I don't know why that did that, but it did. All right. So it should look like this, okay? All right. You might see a little bit of the hole, but you can continue to pull it, or you can sew it together, whatever you got to do. All right. So put your hook back through your loop. All right. Again, do not worry. This is too long. Let me just cut it get it out my way. Just cut a little piece of it. It was too long. So now what you're going to do is you're going to do what we call a slip stitch. So in crochet terms, in the initials for that is ST. Anytime you see ST, that means slip stitch, okay? So what you're going to do now is you're going to have to close this circle, this magic circle up, okay? So what you do now is you go into the very first double crochet. All right, let me turn it around this way. You go into the very first double crochet, which would be right here. This is the 12th. This is the first double crochet you did, okay? You should have 12 double crochets around here, all right? So you take your crochet hook, turn it back around, and you put it through your first loop of your double crochet. You yarn over, you pull through, okay? Now you're going to slip stitch. So when you slip stitch, you're going to take this first loop and pull it through the second loop. All right? And that's how you slip stitch, and that's how you close off your magic ring. All right? So now what you're going to do is you're going to make 2 chains. So yarn over, pull through, that's 1. Yarn over, pull through, that's 2. Okay? So that's 2. This sun, let me see if I could, like, no matter how far I move. I mean, I get that I'm bright, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, dang, I'm trying to record. All right. So now what you're going to do is, so this is kind of, this right here, these 2 chains is kind of considered as like a double crochet, but it really don't count. It does, but it doesn't. Okay. So don't really worry about that. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put 1 more double crochet in the same space as this first one. So that means we're going to go in the same hole that we made the 2 chains in. We're going to go in that same space. So you're going to yarn over, put it through. You're going to yarn over again, pull through. You should have 3 chains on your loop, on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through the first 2 chains. You should have 2. Yarn over, pull through the next 2 chains. All right. So in this one, you should have 2 double crochets in the same loop. Okay. Let me turn it around. You have 2 double crochets in the same one, right? So now we are going, now in every stitch around here, you should put 2 double crochets. All right. So let's start. So you yarn over, push through, pull through. You have 3 loops. Yarn over, pull through the first 2. Yarn over, pull through the next 2. So that's 1 double crochet. You go into the same space and you put 1 more double crochet. So yarn over, push through, yarn over again, pull through. We have 3. Yarn over, pull through the first 2. Yarn over, pull through the last 2. So you have 2 double crochets in your first chain space, I guess. All right. So you want to put 2 double crochets in every space until you get to the end of this. All right. This would be the round 2. All right. The magic circle part was round 1. Now this one is round 2 that we're working on. So I'm going to go ahead and put 2 double crochets. 2. All right. That's your second. Go to your next loop. Your next chain. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through the last 2. And you're going to do 1 more in there, okay? And you're going to do the same thing until you get to the last loop. And then we're going to go ahead and slip stitch again, okay? So I'll be back. Okay, so I'm at my last chain and I'm going to do my last set of double crochets in there, all right? So there's 1 double crochet, yarn over, put through again, 2 double crochets, and I believe you should have 22 double crochets in this second row. I don't really count the stitches like that because I just freestyle. So I've never been one that, oh, you gotta have these. I don't do it that way. However I do it, this is just how I do it. I don't like to keep up with stitch counts and stuff. But I did count this, and this is 22 double crochet. So for the second row, the first row, when you was making the magic circle, you have to do 12 double crochets in the magic circle. The second row, you have to do 2 double crochets in each stitch. All right, so that amounted out to 22, I believe. So wait, let me see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Yeah, that equals 22. All right, so now we're going to slip stitch. So what you're going to do now is you're going to take your crochet hook, and you're going to go to the top of your third chain, like the double crochet, the top of the first double crochet you made, which is 1, 2, 3, which is right here. Okay, so you're going to make a slip stitch. So you're going to take your hook, you're going to put it through the top like this, because you have to close off this round. You're going to yarn over, pull through, okay, and then you're going to also take this piece here and pull through here, and that's what you call a slip stitch. Okay, now you're going to start round 3. So you're going to do 2 chains, 1, 2, and you're going to put another double crochet in the same space as you did this first one. Okay, so yarn over, put it through that same hole. All right, yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops here. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now you have 2 double crochets in that same chain space. All right, so the pattern for this one is, now, as I stated before, this first chain space, the first 2 chains that you made is kind of like a double crochet, but it's really not. All right, so we're just going to focus on this one here that we made. So this is 1 double crochet. The next stitch, you're going to put 2 double crochets. So yarn over, put 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and then in the next stitch you're going to put 1. My baby singing. The next stitch you're going to put 2. Next stitch you're going to put 1. Next stitch you're going to put 2. All right, so this is going to be your pattern for the rest of this round 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then I'm going to meet you when we get to the end of round 3. All right, so I'm in the last chain before I make my slip stitch. So you should end up with 32. So this last one will make 32. So the last one for the third row, you should end it with 1 double crochet. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch. So I'm going to go to my first double crochet, and the top chain here, I'm going to put my my hook through, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through, and that's what you call a slip stitch. So you're on round 3. Now you're getting ready to start round 4. Okay, so I know you guys are looking at the back of it, but this is how the front of it looks. All right, so you're going to chain 2 again, 1, 2. You're going to do the same exact thing. You're going to put your hook in the same chain space to make another double crochet. This is round 4 now. So, all right, so technically you have 2 double crochets here. But like I said before, the first 2 chains you did before you started this, the first 2 chains that you did is not really a double crochet, but it is, but it's not. All right, so focus on this chain here. So the pattern for this is you have 1 already. So 1, go into the next stitch, do another 1 double crochet. So 1, 1. Wait a minute, I'm trying to think. So how did I do 1? Yeah, 1, 1, and then you're going to do the next stitch. You're going to do 2 double crochets. I got confused for a minute, y'all. Okay. Next stitch, you're going to do 1 double crochet. Next stitch, you're going to do 1 double crochet. And then the next stitch, you're going to do 2 double crochets. Okay. Next stitch, you're going to do 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, 1 double crochet. And then in the next stitch, 2 double crochets. So that's going to be your pattern. You're going to do 1, 1, 2. 2 double crochets in the same stitch. All right, so that's your pattern for round 4. 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets in the same stitch. And I'll meet you when we get to the end of round. All right, so I'm at the end and I have 1 more stitch left. So this last stitch, you should have 1 double crochet in it. And that will complete round 4, and I think it should be 42 stitches. All right, it should be 42 stitches. For me, it's 42 stitches. All right, so now we're going to join and we're going to slip stitch. So go to the top of your chain 3 or your double crochet at the very top, or the first chain space, and you're going to yarn over, pull through, and you're going to pull through again, and you have now completed your 4 rounds. All right, and this is what it should look like. Okay, so now this is the fun part. We're going to do the little curve part. All right, so this is actually the final round, which is round 5. So you're just going to chain 1, and you are going to, in the same stitch, you're going to make a single crochet, not a double crochet. So you're going to take your hook, you're going to put it in the same stitch you made the first chain in, put it through that little hole. You're going to yarn over, pull through. You should have 2 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through. All right, so what you're going to do now, after you do that single crochet, you're going to skip 1 stitch. So skip 1 and then go to the next one and make 5 double crochets in that same stitch. Okay, so skip 1, go into the next stitch and make 5 double crochets. So you're going to yarn over, put your hook through that stitch, yarn over again, pull through. You should have three loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2. Yarn over, pull through the last 2. All right, and that's your first double crochet. You're going to make 4 more of these. In total, 5 double crochets. Okay, so yarn over. Just gonna move a little quicker. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. So that's 3. And now I have to do 2 more. 4, 5. All right, so we have 5 double crochets in that same stitch. Now you're going to close this off. So you skip the next stitch. Okay, after you make your 5 double crochets in that stitch, you skip the next stitch and you move to the next stitch after that. So what you're going to do now is you're going to take your hook, you're going to put it through, and you're going to make a single crochet. All right, so put it through, yarn over, pull through. All right, yarn over again, pull through. All right, and that's how that should look. So I'll turn it around this way. All right, it should look exactly like that. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to skip the next stitch. Okay, and you're going to go to the stitch after that, and you're going to do 5 more double crochets. So yarn over, push through, yarn over again, pull through. You have 3 loops in your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's your first double crochet. And now I'm going to do 4 more. There's 3, 4, 5. Okay, I've made another set of 5 double crochets. So you're going to skip the next loop, the next stitch. You're going to go to the one after that, and you're going to make 1 single crochet. So put your hook through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. All right, so you've made your single crochet. In the next hoop, you're going to skip, but in the next hoop after that, you're going to do 5 more double crochets. So that's basically what your pattern is going to be for this. All right, so you do 5 double crochets, skip 1. In the next one, you make your single crochet, and then after you make your single crochet, you skip 1 and you go to the next one and you make 5 double crochets. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my last double crochet. I'm going to skip the next one rather, go to the next one and make 1 single crochet. I'm going to do 1 more with you, and then the rest you can do on your own until we get to the end of round 5. All right, so I'm going to skip 1, go into the next one, make 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, skip the next one, go into the next one and make 1 single crochet. All right, so you guys can go ahead and finish this row out. I will be back with you guys to show you how we're going to close off round 5. Okay, so I have reached the last 5 double crochets, and then I'm going to show you how to close that. All right, so you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You should have a total of 10 of these curves. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to close it now. I'm sorry if you guys see the back of it. That's my equipment that I had that I was, making my videos with before. I have to buy a whole new equipment. That's what happens when you have 4 children in the house. So, yeah. So unfortunately, I have to record the best way I can. All right, so I've made my 5 double crochets. And remember, once you make your 5th double crochet, you have to skip 1 and then go into the next loop. So we're going to skip this next loop, and we're going to go into this next one here, and we're going to make the single crochet. So you put your hook through, you yarn over, pull through. You have 2 loops, yarn over, pull through both loops. All right, and you are actually finished. You're going to pull a little bit of your string through. Take your scissors, you're going to cut that excess string, and then you're going to pull this string all the way through and kind of tighten. All right. Right. So now this is what your coaster should look like. Okay. And it's supposed to be flat. And if it's not like totally flat, you can, I wouldn't say damp it, but what I would do is get some heat, my son, in the water, of course. Anyway, you can get an iron, and just iron it, and it will flatten out. The heat will, flatten it out especially if you're going to sell it or something like that. All right. So now we're going to close it off, and I'm going to get my darning needle. And what you're going to do now is you're just going to take your darning needle, and you're going to just put it through your hook, your needle. I'm going to take your yarn, put it through your darning needle. And if I turn it the right way, you would begin to bob and weave to this is my right, but it will be your left, I think. All right. So I'm going to take my yarn, and what I'm basically doing is I'm just really hiding this excess string, and I want to close it off so that my coaster doesn't unravel. All right. So I'm just going to take my hook and just begin to go bob and weave underneath to hide the string. And you can also use a crochet hook to do this too. You don't have to necessarily have this darning needle. Whatever's easier for you. All right. So you guys see, I'm just trying to hide this string. Okay. That's all I'm doing. Okay. So as you guys can see, I'm just trying to tuck that. And when you think that you have done enough, you can just go ahead and just cut that excess string off. Just cut it off. And you're good. And then you're going to do the same thing for your second string. Okay, you pull that tight, so because you want to close that circle, that magic circle. And you just do the same thing with this second string. All right. And we are finished our cute little coasters. Oh my goodness, that was so easy. Wasn't that easy, y'all? Let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed this cute, fast, easy tutorial. Let me know if it was hard for you. And even let me know if you need a more in-depth, I can't even get the word right. Let me know if you need a more in-depth teaching as to how to make these, because I also do private classes. Okay, also if you want to learn how to crochet behind the scenes, a one-on-one with me, let me know. There is a fee for me to teach you. All right, but if you want to learn how to make these as well, a one-on-one with me, because you could not understand how I did this, we can do a one-on-one as well. Just reach out to me or just comment below in the comment section. Let me know. All right, let me know if you guys enjoyed. If you didn't really like the video, just let me know what you guys think. All right, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit that like button, make sure your push notifications is on for when I do, either whether I go live or whether I upload a new video. I want you guys to stay connected, because this is a brand new year and I have some really nice things that I want to show you guys how to crochet. I'm still gonna be doing some jewelry, but I'm just trying to figure out which ones, you know, I really want to share. And so with that being said, I'm excited for some of the projects I'm going to come up with. Y'all know this mind is always thinking about how to create something. So I would just want to come and just share my love and just show y'all how to make some cute and easy DIY projects that will sell, especially if you go to like flea markets, little vendor events. Women love stuff like this, you know, like little cheap little stuff like this. And so I think my next video, I want to show you guys how to crochet a what is it? It is a ruffled hair bow. Super cute. It is in style and women love it. The hair accessories, it is so cute. Scrunchies, that's what they're called. They're called scrunchies. So I think the next video, I'm going to show you guys how to crochet a hair scrunchie. All right. So until the next video, I love y'all guys. I love you guys. I want you guys to be safe. Take care of yourselves this year. Stay encouraged. Stay motivated. Pray a lot this year. Pray a lot. Mind your business. And make sure you drink a lot of water. All right. Love you guys.